I remember when I first heard about being in the present moment and the power of now. And the first thing I thought was that I didn't want to get rid of my thinking because I need my thinking to do stuff. And I like to think and to use my thoughts to write, to work on my business, to do what I love, and all that stuff. But the good news is, or that I discovered, was that it's not about eliminating your thinking. Being in the present moment is about using your mind instead of your mind using you. So it's about being mindful about your thoughts, your body, your surroundings, and noticing that you have everything you need in this moment to do what you need to do. And it may not always feel that way, but the feeling comes from a thought that we believe. So if I feel like I'm not good enough, it comes from a thought. So a thought pops up, says I'm not good enough. I believe in that thought. I have a response, an emotional response to that. I feel like I'm in danger or under threat because I'm not good enough. I need to protect myself, or whatever it is. So being in the present moment is about being here with whatever is here right now. And that includes any worries I might have, if I'm worrying about money, or if I'm worried that something has gone wrong in my business. It's about being fully with whatever I'm feeling or thinking or doing. Now, some of the benefits I've seen from being in the present moment is basically that I'm happier, I'm calmer, I have better access to my natural creativity and wisdom. Some might call it intuition, subconscious, but what you call it doesn't matter as much as the result. So being in the present moment has made me happier and calmer. So it's definitely worth looking into. And the thing about being in the present moment is that for me, it's not so much about doing something as much as it is about noticing what pulls me out of the present moment, because we're designed to be in the present moment, to be right here, right now. So what pulls me out of the present moment are the stories I concoct in my head. Maybe I'm worrying about the future, maybe money. I'm always worrying about money, so that's a good example for me. And I've never really had problems with money, but I still worry about money. So I have no evidence that I should worry about it, but I still have thoughts come up and cloud my vision, and that when I believe them, I feel bad. But during the last few years, I've gotten better and better at noticing those thoughts. And what I do is I simply let them be. I don't do anything with them, because engaging in those thoughts would mean that they are true, or it presupposes that those thoughts are valid or are important. And obviously sometimes I need to take action, but believing in those thoughts and freaking out isn't going to make things better, because taking action from an anxious place, from a fearful place, has never worked for me. So being in the present moment means that I notice what's pulling me out of the present moment, and I stop doing that, and I'm automatically in the present moment. So it's about awareness. And a big thing also is to be kind to yourself and to be aware of the struggle to be in the present moment. So something that happened to me in the first few years, or first half a decade when I was learning this and implementing it in my life, is that I got angry at myself because I wasn't in the present moment. But nowadays, I'm more accepting and welcoming of whatever shows up within me and in my life. So if I'm worried about something, or if a thought comes up that says that I'm not being present, I should be more present, I should be better, then I simply notice that thought and I let it be there. Because by simply being aware of that thought, no matter what it says, no matter what thought I have, that's being the present moment. So while you're listening to me here, notice that you're breathing, you're thinking, you're hopefully watching me talk. And that's all that's required to be right here, right now. It's so incredibly simple that we tend to dismiss it, and I tend to dismiss it. Now, I'm not claiming to be an enlightened master because I'm constantly learning more and more, and to me it seems like we never stop learning. If you read up on some of the enlightened masters and when they were at their deathbed, I'm not sure exactly who it was, but I remember someone said that there's a lot more to this. So he was already enlightened, so to speak, but he was still discovering more, uncovering more, and shedding layers. And it seems to me that we're in the human condition, which includes fear, it includes anxiety, it includes joy, it includes bliss, misery, and the whole gamut of emotions. So it's not about eliminating any one emotion or any feeling or any thought. It's about how you react to what shows up. So I guess what it really comes down to is being with whatever is right here. So while I'm talking to you, I'm aware of my body, my voice, and I'm just here being me. And that's all it takes. So a big mistake I still make, and I used to make a lot more often, is that I think I should be better. So when you're practicing being in the present moment or simply being aware of what's going on, also notice when you start criticizing yourself or judging yourself, because simply being aware of that and letting it be is being in the present moment. So being in the present moment, being right here, right now, isn't about feeling amazing all the time. It's about embracing whatever shows up, even when what shows up is a deep depression where you lose all hope for life. And that's exactly what happened to me earlier this year. And at first I resisted, I didn't want to feel bad. But when I surrendered to it and started welcoming the feeling, things started shifting. And I noticed that it's often in my darkest moments when I feel like all hope is lost that I learn the most about myself. And when I come out of that, I feel amazing. It's kind of like a spiritual or mental detox where at first you feel worse, but then when you come out of it, you feel amazing. And while you're in it, you can struggle, you can think that you should feel better, or that something should be different, or you can accept and welcome as best you can and see what happens. So to summarize, for me, being in the present moment is not about eliminating all my thoughts. It's about being with whatever is right here and being aware of my thoughts and feelings. And it's about using my mind instead of my mind using me. It's also about noticing that I'm always feeling my thoughts. So if a thought comes up that says that I'm not good enough, if I believe that thought, I will feel something. And so what I'm basically saying is that life doesn't make you feel anything. Something may happen in life, and that may trigger a thought in you, and that thought will then trigger a feeling. So you're always feeling, you're thinking, and this is why people have different experiences. You can be in a car crash, which I was in a minor car crash when I lived in Spain, and I came out of it just being in the present moment and feeling joyful for some reason, and my friend was a bit shocked. So one experience, but two different interpretations. And last but not least, being in the now is simply about noticing what pulls you out of the present moment, because we're always in the present moment if we're not getting in our own way, if we're not fantasizing, daydreaming, or worrying, or being afraid of something, or weaving stories in our mind. And this doesn't mean that you never worry or think. It simply means that you notice what's going on, because simply by noticing, you're already in the present moment. So that's all I have to say on this for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you come visit me at wakeupcloud.com. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can.